Okie dokie, let's start this off. Let's get my, I did post my I'm all out of, I guess I have to work on the water now, which is making a huge wet spot on my desk. It's okay. I've had to go back to a giant, like 2-liter bottle almost, because a certain Tuxie likes to drink my water, and he's discovered that I keep a glass on my desk that's almost always cold and fresh, so we have to deal with that now. I kind of wanted, the problem with this thing is that I don't want to put it on my mouse pad and have it get off. I'll have to get a washcloth or something to put under it. I don't have a coaster that's big enough for this thing, so. All right, so today, this is what's playing now is what I did last week, and I was really happy with how this turned out. Let's see, can make it bigger and just kind of focus in on this part. Initially, I drew the background, and then I animated the floof walking onto the log, hands together, turn, jump, bounce down, and then after stream finished, I added in the little extra bits like the leaves blowing through and the little particulates going around, you know, like kind of when he jumps and when he lands. I wanted to have little bits flying up like of grass and stuff like that. And then when he jumped, I wanted him to also kind of have something there. So that was last week's, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Yeah. So today we're going to work on a new one. Go ahead and do social again. And what I want to do this time is I want to have a floof, and I've mapped it out. I'm going to have him stick his head in the frame, and then I'm going to have him walk completely in the frame. It's going to be hopefully an attempt at breaking the fourth wall, and the floof is going to run up, hug the screen, and then step back and move off. So that is the plan. I don't know how well it will go. I also am going to have like a little heart pop over his head. So, and I need to end at about 2 o'clock, so, or before that. So we'll see how long this takes, and also how much power I have left. I forgot to, oh, hey, cool, awesome. 97%, we're good. I forgot to plug it into to charge it last night, and yeah, that didn't work out too well. I was like, oh, is it 50%? And I was like, okay, well, I need to do some prep stuff, so I'm just gonna plug it in while I prep. And got it to 97%, which isn't that bad. All right, so okay, so in order to get, so the big challenge this time is a camera movement, essentially. Well, not really a camera movement, but it is movement in 3D space. So I feel like up until this point, my floof has, well, maybe the walking one, he was walking forward and diagonally across the frame a little bit and a little bit towards you, but I don't feel, and I don't remember that I really counted for him walking closer to the camera. He didn't get any bigger. So this, he's going to walk towards the camera. He's going to kind of press his paws up against the screen and you kind of hug. And then go back, heart pop, and then he's going to move off. So I need him to... First of all, I have to plan his size, because he has to be small enough at the beginning that, you know, you can really get the essence of him running up to you, kind of running closer to you. So let's just do a rough sketch here, and I'm gonna put him maybe right here to start. So here he's gonna I think what I'm eventually going to do is I'm going to draw maybe a baseline. Maybe I'll do that on a separate track. I'll just have my baseline so I can always have his little feet on the ground. I feel like sometimes I kind of mess that up. This is just a very rough sketch out of kind of like, I'm trying to get the main heart pop, and then I'm just drawing everything in here just to So that's going to be the base And by this time, he should be just a little tushy. And then he's off. All right, so I'm just gonna, I know that's gonna be a, let's just see how the movement looks here. Oh God, that actually works pretty well. I like how he scurries off. A little scurry off, just it cracks me up. He's like doo, 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 doo. I need to find some sound effects that are like the not the squeaker noises, but like the boop, 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 like, oh shoot. Okay, the one place I think I need a little more is here, because I have him here to here, and then paws up, hug, back. I think I need a little bit, I think I need something in between here and here. Maybe like a paw, like a footer, you see a footer, like he's walking towards you, and then maybe 2 frames of footer. Let me go ahead and pop this out and add that in. So I want to add a frame in here, and let's just do like this. Okay, and let's do one more. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. It's almost like a little jump back. God, that scurry off. That scurry off is so cute. I kind of want to have him do a, you know, like where he's just rubbing his cheek on the, let's see. So let's see, right here, paws up, happy. All right, let's add a frame or 2 in here so we have a longer pause. All right, let's see how this looks. Hey Sharon, happy Tuesday to you too. Yes, it's a floof hug. I'm doing just the rough sketch because I wanted to figure out how this is gonna go, and then I'll make the lines much more pretty. It's just I wanted to, because I wasn't sure how to, the movement towards, like on the, whatever is it, the X, Y, I guess it's the Z axis, towards you is something that I was like, okay, I know I need to just kind of effectively blow him up, but you know, like he's getting close to the screen and you're not seeing more because he's closer to you. So I wanted to try and figure that out before I started drawing final frames. So this is how it is so far. I think that that'll work out pretty cool. I love his little scurry at the end. There he goes. And I like the pause so that he's hugging a little bit more and kind of rubbing his face. And then he backs up. And then scurries off. And now I could also, once I have everything done, and if there's not, I think the rough sketch of this will actually work out pretty well, but if I'm not adding a bunch in, I could probably illustrate a few background elements, like some, you know, trees and not trees, maybe a tree, ooh, like something in the background that will give it a little more life. And I'm looking at it. I've got 3 screens that I can look at this on. I've got kind of my regular screen up here is kind of ultra zoomed out, and then I have medium zoom, and then I have actually what's in front of me here. So I think I need to add a little bit in here because we have him off screen here, peeking out, and then he's in place. So I could do a little boop, 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 boop out there. I know Epidemic Sound has a whole section of sound effects, but the problem is I don't know what I can hear the sound that I want, and it's like a like, but that's not it. It's like a almost like an arcade sound, but I don't know if searching it out, I would search a water droplet or it wouldn't be a squeak though. Because I have a squeaker that I could actually, well, I don't know if I could. I don't know where the squeaker is. I had like a plushy squeaker, you know, that would go in a dog toy or whatever at one point. That was, gosh, I think I got it from Paw Star because they had started putting squeakers in some of their hats and stuff, and they gave us squeakers to play with at the booth one year. I always kept it because I loved it. It was like the perfect squeaker sound. It was a medium, smallish, probably about that big, and it just had the cutest little beep boop sound. Darn it, I kind of want to find that thing now. But first things first, let me just add a few more frames in this walk-on. I forgot your whiskers. All right, let's go back out and let's see how this is going to look with those few little bumps added in. I'm already to 3 seconds, so if I add a few more frames, that could be a nice little, for a loop, I want to aim it maybe closer to 4, but I can make do with 3 and just duplicate it 6 times. If I can get with the final number of frames, that's going to add 8 more frames. Well, yeah, about 8 more frames. I could stand to probably add 8 more frames and pad it a little bit and get to 4 seconds. If I get to 4 seconds, then that's only 4 duplicates to get to 16. And that seems like, or I could just do it 3 times and have a 12-second video, and that's kind of within the magic short form, you know, loop type of video. All right, let's play. That's scurry. That's scurry. I love it. This is my Tuxie Proof water bottle. All right. I like it. I'm thinking this time I won't have music. I'll just have the pudgy 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 and then pudgy pudgy pudgy. If I can find the right pudgy pudgy. All right, so I've got this mapped out. Now how am I going to actually... I'm going to have to group this whole track and set it on a pudgy pudgy. That came from my Japanese class because so the way it was divided up, you'd have kind of there was like a lead sensei, and the lead sensei you'd have, oh gosh, what was it? How many days did I have with Ohashi sensei? Because she was like the lead, and everybody would have classes with her. And then for like, oh gosh, was it Tuesdays and Thursdays we had Ohashi, and then it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday we had the TAs. I want to say I think it was a Tuesday, Thursday for Ohashi Sensei, because we didn't get a lot of Ohashi Sensei, and I did want more of Ohashi Sensei. She was the most adorable professor I've ever had, and she was so Genki and energetic and happy and bright like sunshine at 7 a.m. And she would be like, ah, Pudgy, Pudgy, Pudgy. I guess Pudgy, Pudgy is the clap onomatopoeia or sound effect in Japanese. And she would thank people for making mistakes. And that was just it was embarrassing, but you didn't feel bad for making a mistake and saying the wrong answer. She's like, oh, thank you, Sandra-san, for making this mistake. And still one of my favorite teachers. I hope she's doing well. But she was just kind of like a cartoon character, and I adored her. But that's where Pudgy, Pudgy, Pudgy came from. And the TAs that we had on the other days were just kind of like the yin to her yang. They were so calm and quiet and just even tone. So it's almost like they got together and felt they had to temper the excitement of Ohashi. Yeah, she was really good. I think we only got her, oh gosh. I wish I could remember if we had her for 3 days. I think we only had her for 2 days though. But yeah, she was wonderful. I remembered like everybody in the class was just still half asleep, but she came in like she had been, had 3 or 4 coffees and had already taken a run and was just, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try my idea of grouping this and then dropping it down. And I'm not sure actually how to drop it down in, blend mode. I guess, I guess I have to go in there and make all of the frames Here what I do, tracks, content. I wish I could drop this all down in percentage on a group level. But I can't do that, and I don't really want to go in and make all of these. Well, that's okay. I'll just deal with it. So let's go back up to the very front. And let's add a new track. Wait, what is that? What does that mean? What did I do? Oh, that's just the group label. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, what else can I do? Blend mode. Track options. Show all. Don't want to do that. I feel like blend mode is going to be my only chance, but we can't actually do a percentage. I wish I could. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's just do it. So what I'm going to do here is maybe come... Alright, what I do need to do, however, is I need to... Can I add a new track within a group for a baseline that he's going to walk on? Take it and put it in the group. No, I can't. Alright, well. Alright, let's draw. And I'm going to do my best to draw a straight line because we don't have... that functionality, unfortunately, in this yet, where you can, that's something that's so nice about Procreate. You can draw a line, and then when you hold the stylus, it'll automatically straighten it for you, but that's not in this one yet. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to just take this guy, and we're going to go back in to my layer, and I would like this layer to be just like 30% because I just want it as a reference. And there we go, done. And then I'm going to take you and I'm going to drag you into this group so I can hide everything when I need to. All right, so now begins and I think I'd like to make my, that's another thing that I hope that they'll have in this upcoming update is in Procreate, the drawing app, you can tap and hold on this slider to create bookmarks. So if you like a certain point size with a standard canvas, for example, you can just tap and it can take you immediately to that. And I really kind of like that feature in Procreate and use it more than I thought I would. When I originally found out about it, I was like, oh, that's kind of okay. But if I think about it, that's what I do with my brush size in Illustrator. I kind of start, all of my canvas is the same size, and my brush tip is starting usually at around 21 points. So all right, here we go. I'm gonna have to go in and bump them all down. Yep, I'm gonna have to do it because that's all right, it won't take me that long. Go next. There we go. Almost there. That wasn't so bad. Spent more time fussing about not being able to make it transparent on a group level It probably took me to just go in here and make all my sketches as they should be. Okay, here we go, 30% on the last few. Okay. And that's just my little edge of floof, there we go, and we're done. Done. So let's make sure that I got everything right. I did. Here we go. Now he's transparent and I have a reference. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go straight line across and line all of these frames, and then once I have this rough setup that's a little more than just keyframes, I'll go in and I'll add what will hopefully come out to an extra 8 frames here and there, so I can have a even 4-second loop. And I think especially, like, I'll have him pause the hug a little longer. I love that little scurry. I might try to achieve that on the walk-in too, maybe. And then at the end, since this is going to be not too bad, I think I might go ahead and just color in the floof, and then I'll draw a background setup that he can just walk in front of and, you know, walk out in front of. All right, so let's get going on the official final line art here. So I got this one that I've already started on. Let's go to draw mode and let's go on to our flipbook. And I need to make my brush size a little bigger. Let's just say 30 is kind of, woo, that's a little aggressive. Let's go down to 25. That's all right. And let's erase this. All right. Making the choice of having him be with his paws down as he's walking in. And I feel like he needs to be a little squishier, but my next frame is going to be here and he's going to be leaning out. I definitely... Oh, I'm glad you like it. That was a lot of fun to draw. A lot of fun to paint too. And color, I mean, rather. I wanted it to... I know officially St. Patty's Day is Monday, but... And I won't have a... like a... you know, a new comic on the actual day. So I was wanting to lead up with a couple of kind of cute little lucky themed ones. So that was the first one there, and I might do another one for Thursday. Haven't written it yet though, so I'll have to figure that out. I kind of want to make this guy smile a little bit. Let's redraw these eyes too. I guess I can just start him off in a walk. To have him just a little bit kind of leaning in, like he's like, here's the wall, and he's like, yoo-hoo. Catherine, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? So I'm going to go ahead and maybe start, because I've got one more, and then I'm supposed to have him standing with both paws. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the paws coming together like he is bringing his paws in front. Back. Wait a minute. I messed up his footers. One. Down. This should be both down. And then I should have had it up like I had it in the rough sketch. Okay, let's correct this. So walk, both down. I know this isn't on the screen, but this is mostly for... Wait a minute. And then... Wait. I screwed up again. Walk, down, both down. And this should have been front with back up. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. Up. Even. Back. And standing forward, paws together. think I'm gonna have to fix his eyes. But let's just see how this is looking so far. Okay. The paw switches forward too quick, so right here. I need to make this because he's coming in like this. And then we have a switch in. So I'm gonna have maybe redraw this so it's not so close. I feel like that needs to go from here to here. Maybe just no paw. Little paw, no paw, paw inside, less paw. Less paw here. Give me less paw, give me less paw, give me less paw. A little less paw, little less paw, little less paw. Go. Oh, done. Now let's see how my little... It's a little better. Still a little clunky, but that's okay. I'm going to fill in and soften this up a little bit, hopefully with my 8 frames of wiggle room that I have to make this. And then, but what I'm going to do first, in case you've just joined, is I have a full animation sketched out here, just kind of keyframed out. And then I went in and I made it transparent so I could see and draw over it. And now I'm going in to do the cleaned up line art for it. And now I'm going to do the frames where he's walking up to hug the screen. Basically, he's giving the viewer a hug. And that's what you can see here is how it's going to go. All right, let's do it. Yeah, I've reached my 11 a.m. I'm only a few hours behind. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. All right, next I am moving the floof forward. So I've got foot up, floof, hug. All right. Not sure why I'm trying to save this line, but this is what it is. We're just going to try and save it. Ah! How did you switch to eraser? I didn't double tap my pen. And technically, I don't. Really? I'm not double tapping my pen. Floof, your bottom is a mess. Let's make you not a mess. Right. What even was that? All right, now let's get your little footer. Make that bigger. All right, footer. So in between here, I'm gonna put the 2 footers on the ground frame. So that's gonna be 1 extra frame. And here we are at the glass. Hands up. All right, so we're like almost there. I really don't like how, oh, that is not my pen. That is, no, that must be the sketch, because I guess that's not on my layer right here. I might do a little something where, since I'm going to be coloring this in, perhaps on an additional layer, I think what I'll do is I'll darken the areas where his paws are up against the glass, like maybe just a slight, maybe eggshell off-white, just a touch darker to maybe reinforce that he's pressed up against the glass. If I do that on another layer where I just color it in, it should be super easy to just add those little bits of color in his ears where I usually do that. I could also do shading under their body. That could be kind of like a entrance or like a beginner's colored animated short type deal, right? Since so far I've just been doing tiny bits where there's actual crossover and overlap between my tracks. So all right, so we've got left and right. Arg! This is it. He's backing away. Let me actually, I'm gonna hit done and I'm gonna rewind to make sure this looks as it should. I'm scrubbing. Okay. Gosh, I'm almost done. Maybe I can get all of my base frames done before the end of stream. So I'm gonna do a hard stop at 2, and so I can get some lunch and a little bit before I go get my hair did today, because it's been a while. It's been a while. And my grays are talking a little bit louder than I want them to. Alright, so let's get this guy next frame. So he's stepping back, and I've got the footer down and the footer back, and then I'm going to do another footer down and footer back. 1, 2. And I think at this point, I'm probably going to start pulling the line art weight down a little bit. I don't like how that looks. We're just gonna erase. There we go. And I do not like how thick that is. Okay, I'm gonna just go back on what I said for a minute, and I'm gonna give myself a there. I really need one of those that has the pinky guard now. So I might get one of those and just put it on underneath my regular brace, because those pinky guard ones have no support. I mean, this has like, maybe 1% for support, but for me, it's better than nothing. And I've even turned off the palm registration. Doesn't matter for whatever reason. It says, nope, I'm gonna read your fingers and palms anyway. I want to see how this looks. I like the rubbing his face on the... Maybe I should put a hug sound effect up there. All right, I just have a little bit left to go. So let's get these frames finished just a small bit, and I've got about 20 minutes. Oh, yay. Okay, what? Boop. And is that supposed to have another... Oh, that's my standing still. And then pop and scuttle off to the left, or skedaddle. Oops. Stop. Wish I could deactivate the switch to the secondary color thing temporarily. That would save me some frustration. Realize I have not made my floof blink in any of these frames, so I'm gonna need to do that. What if I do that, like the weird beep, and then the as he's going off to the side, smiling, and then eyes open. I can come in and change those. Ugh. So hopefully that will work. My screen is actually getting quite warm. So let's hit that. And I am now complete with my rough sketch and the frame. So let's see how this looks. I'll do it first with the rough sketch in there, and then I will turn off I need to make the footer movements backwards as he walks backwards more exaggerated. But I can do that with adding in extra. think I'm going to go in here and erase this. Oh, Dee, I'm sorry I missed you. How's the time changed? Oh, God, not that good. I'm struggling still. Didn't get the notification. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you like it, Catherine and Sharon. Gotta go. Have a great... Oh, you too, Sharon. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. All right, so I think I'm good on this. This is just the rough. I'm gonna fill in and make it a little bit more smooth. But I'm happy this worked out pretty well. I think the clunky areas are the walk back as he's walking back. So I might actually add bloop bloop, like where his footers are up and you can see that he's walking back a little bit more than he is. I kind of like his little eye blink. It looks goofy on the single frame, but it actually does, it's a cute little bloop. And I think what will help here is when I have these frames where I'm satisfied, I'll go ahead and color them in. It's not going to be that bad. I should, since all of them are filled, I should hopefully be able to do a color drop in them, but we'll see. If that's the case, then I will do that, color drop it, and then add the couple little details in the ears and the shadows. And then also when he's pressed up against the glass, giving you a hug. I also might add in the hug. I could start here and just have hug kind of pop, and then have it just kind of bouncing there. Maybe add a few frames so he's hugging you a little bit longer. But yeah, so I'm happy with that. I think that went really well. I was worried that was I have a few areas I want to definitely make more believable when he's going in and coming back out. I don't like how he just kind of slides. I've got to make the footer movement a little more deliberate. But yeah, no, I think I'm happy with this for now. I'm going to do some finishing up. I'll draw in the background elements. I'll have the filler. And I think it'll round it out nicely. And then this will be my new animation for the week. And it'll be also my post tonight. But it'll be later that I finish this up. So I'm going to go ahead and do my ending screen here. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I know I was a little bit quiet. I was trying to figure things out, but yeah, I really look forward to these. I get really excited when I'm starting to figure things out and things start to move, and just the act of kind of not putting yourself out there, but just rolling with it and trying, and then seeing the result, and then being able to iterate and, you know, fix it. And kind of, I like the idea of starting over with that rough sketch. It really helps me get the idea out. So I think I'll start doing that in the future, instead of just kind of yellowing it and saying, okay, well, I want him to do this, and, you know. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me again, Catherine D. Sharon. I know you've gone out, but I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. All of my lurkers as well, have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back on Thursday with comic making. I hope to see you then. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.